Dantes, talk about elo inflation. Okay, fine. Alright, let me explain it to you. Elo inflation is not abusing metas. It's not abusing champions. And it's not maining a champion or role that is good in the current meta. That does not dictate whether someone is elo inflated or not. What dictates elo inflation has to do with game mechanics that are literally like generalized for every single champion. Things like spacing, things like not dying, things like positioning, things like farming, getting gold leads, okay? They're all things that every single champion in the game, regardless of role, regardless of strength, and regardless of meta, has to do. What makes a champion elo inflated is when a champion can be just as impactful, whether they are performing these like general skill expressions very well or very poorly. For example, you have a Nunu player. One Nunu player is 20 and 0, the other Nunu player is 0 and 10. Regardless of their strength, both Nunu players are able to spam gank, to engage fights, tank damage, and CC. At a very good level, by the way. Because of this, Nunu is an elo inflated champion.
You have fucking cancer. AIDS or something. You have AIDS or something.
Okay, hold on. Before I continue with the rant, I need to know what made TF Blade say that his player has cancer and AIDS. Let's see. Okay. For example, right, Nunu would be a player that I would consider inflated, right? Another champion that I'd consider inflated would be Karthus, right? Karthus doesn't have to do anything. He can die 20 times and he will still always be top damage. So because of this, Karthus is another elo inflated champion, okay? So any champion that can ignore rules of the game and doesn't have to actually like play well to still perform their champion's objective is an elo inflated champion. You might say that Hecarim is strong right now, or Evelyn is strong right now, or Kane is good, or Jax is good, or whatever it is. But the truth is, whether these champs are 10-0 or 0-10, they both have very, very, very varying levels of performance, right? But a champion like Nunu or Karthus, there isn't, right? So that's the thing. It always depends on what your champion's kit actually is, right? That is the only thing that can determine elo inflation. Karthus could have a 30% win rate, right? And I would still say that Karthus is an elo inflated champion, always. I've been saying this for years. Same thing with Nunu. Same thing with Taric, right? The more utility a champion has in its kit, the more inflated it is, right? And this is the reason why Jutude is going to sit there and say that ranged top laners are much harder to play than tank top laners are. So like this is what you have to understand. This is like the definition of elo inflation. Wrong! A no intent Karthus is a minion and will not get any camps and not do any damage. Wrong. You're coping insanely hard. It's disgusting. I was playing versus Stevens for an entire preseason. He dropped 30 deaths a game and he would beat double his entire team's damage. Unironically. You're either like the biggest coper on the planet or you're just like insanely low elo and you don't know anything. Karthus is honestly, I would say, more inflated than even Nunu. I think Karthus is by far the most inflated champion. By far. Because Karthus, so it's similar to Sion levels of inflation back when Sion was OP before the nerfs. A champion that can die and still impact the game is always inflated because dying and being alive is the biggest thing about League, right? Sitting there and it not mattering whether you're alive or dead is just a disgusting game mechanic, right? It's a disgusting game mechanic. Is a Mumu inflated? Yeah. A Mumu is another one. Whether Namumu is 0-10 or 10-0, the Mumu just presses QR and he fulfills the same role in a team fight. Do you see what I'm getting at? So like, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. And this is the reason why, when I recommended Riot... Bro, I can't focus. I don't know, definitely small thing and it's funny. Heckram is inflated. Oh, that's what I was saying. I forgot. So,
In that scenario, instead of finding
so the reason why Heckram, if you guys remember, right, when I made suggestions for Riot to change Heckram, do you guys remember that I recommended that Riot nerf his ult fear duration and give him more power in his actual abilities? Because his ult fear duration was the thing making him inflated. For anyone who's gonna sit there and be like, but dude, Heckram's inflated nowadays, right? The thing they have to understand is he's not. It's just that the reason why you see me 1v9ing every game is because Heckram is in a state where he's decent, and since I'm legitimately the best Heckram on the planet, right, I make him look insanely OP. Look at this. Look at Heckram's win rate. The higher Heckram's pick rate goes, the more his win rate tanks. He's not a D tier champ, it's just that people are trying to do a very highly skill expressive build. Because the thing that you guys have to understand is that right now Heckram is at a point where he has a very skill expressive build. So when bad players play him, they end. But when I play him, since I'm the best Heckram on the fucking planet, I just 1v9 every game. No ego. I mean, it's not ego to say I'm the best Heckram on the planet. It's just a statement of fact, right? If you got a 80% on your test and it was the highest grade in your class and you say you're the highest scorer in your class, it's not ego. It's just a statement of fact. There's no Heckram on the planet that's better than me. Alright guys, what if I told you that this game determines whether or not we hit Grandmaster? And it's like the enemy has an exhaust, but I think it'll be chill. You mean the best Heckram in the world, including pros? Yes. No pro plays this champion better than me, what? The only reason why pros play this champ is just when it's good in the meta. None of them are actually like really good at the champion. The only Heckram I think, there are only two Heckrams I think that are like comparable in skill to me. Tarzan and this one like Korean guy who he'll like rank 1 a few times. But that Korean guy, he does anti-skill expressive builds. He's just a really good jungler. And since he has a lot of Heckram games, he knows Heckram's limits. But I don't know if that guy's actually like an insane Heckram player, you know? Karma's running up. Wow. Bro, 4-man top? You know what? I just sent some path for drag then. It's actually huge getting this objective off the map right now. Good. All of them shove out wave 2. Our bot moves up for Herald, that's huge. You guys see how he's sitting right in front of Jarvan's character model, by the way? The reason why, like a lot of you might think it was random, but it wasn't. It's because Kennen Q's a skill shot. So I knew that if I stand between him and Kennen, then there's a chance that if Kennen tries queuing Jarvan, it just hits me instead, and maybe Jarvan lives because of that. Alright, so guys, a lot of the time when challenger players do something, but I guess we should just backed off, but like, good news is we can just do Dragon on spawn. Play for this now. We have mid pro, bot pro. How do I want to build this game, by the way? I think I have to go Eclipse here. 100%. I mean, it's either Eclipse or it's Radiant Virtue. I'm not sure, actually. Wait, are they winning this? Oh my. Wait, if she turns? Nah, she can't. Perfect. I didn't think it would be that close, though, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Because I didn't think Kennen had ult. I know he didn't have flash, but I forgot he didn't have ult. Or he did have ult. Yeah, you know what? Miramon and Cleaver Radiant Virtue this game. That's the play, 100%. Oh shit! Yeah, kill. Nice. No, it's not worth it. Kinda not so him just said. I mean, I think the problem here is if I go for Herald, I throw the game. We just should play for third drag spawn. Kindle Gem Longsword I don't think has the value I need for this fight. I'll grab Aegis of the Legion Aegis of the Legion because I want to get resistance stats. Because I need to be spiked for this fight, and if I can't have my Cleaver, then I might as well have the next best spike, which would be Aegis. Imagine I didn't have Aegis. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm actually the fucking, like, god of itemization on the champion. No one does it better than I do. Literally nobody. I've just played so many, like, tens of thousands of games of the champion that I know at every stage of the game exactly what I need. That's Herald. Wait, he bought 5 Zeals. We mentally broke the Rek'Sai. Alright guys, what if I just told you that now we get the Radiant Virtue at 21 minutes. 3 item spike. I mean the game's already over, but now it's like 10 times more over. Can you explain why you want Radiant Virtue this game? Cause the enemy isn't really like, I don't know. I just feel like Eclipse would make me too squishy. And they would just one-shot me, and with the exhaust and everything, I don't feel like I can never insta-kill them. So it's like all the other mythics just aren't good choices. Nice. Grandmaster secured. Not bad. Not bad.